I know something's about to go down.
I just have a problem.
With
Food.
mate, welcome to the party.
I just can't seem, like I said 3 days ago, like, okay, we've got Greece coming up. I'm going to eat well.
For those of you who don't know, that Bridget's actually got the lead in Greece at the Wally Range Amateur Dramatic Society. She's playing Sandy. You can visit to see her.
I thought I was having a moment then. I was like, did I?
Like, wait, did I audition for Sandy? You make a good Sandy. I'd pay good money to see you in a tight leather suit.
I would look absolutely
Phenomenal.
horrific. Can you imagine it? Like, I'm just not like Alfie. The suit that Sandy wears in Greece, but me.
Yeah, and I'm game. I'm keen for it.
I just really want to Photoshop like a woman with my figure into it. Like just find that photo of like a woman with my figure in a tight leather
They'll
suit
be out
like
there.
that, and then put my face on it.
I'll find it.
Or I just, get a leather pantsuit and I do it that way.
You'd look gorgeous.
Don't be stupid. No, there's some things that you wouldn't look good in.
Oh, absolutely. Most things.
No, you look
one
good
of
in
those
lots of things.
What's
I'm
like an iconic movie costume that you'd love to wear? Like if someone said to you, "All right, you're going to a fancy dress party, and you can get like the costume made for you, like fitted. It's like the legit costume, fitted, measured for you, right? Which one would you pick?"
Well, it's a good question, but like I don't really focus on the costume element. I'd more focus on like the thing I'd want to be, which, is quite boring. Like I don't know. I don't know.
Right.
I can't.
Nothing.
Am I really dull? Is that like?
I'd love to. Just have the pantsuit from.
Okay.
Oh, go on. She's got to it.
Okay. Sorry, you just need to give me a minute to
It's all right.
think about those things.
Take your time.
So I would do like.
Yep.
Hang on. Anne Boleyn.
Wow. From what film? What famous film is this?
I would love The Other Boleyn Girl.
Okay, fair enough.
It's quite a pivotal film for me in my womanhood.
Right.
And I would really like to wear the big dress with the big bustle.
Why?
And the really weird
boobs
hat.
pressed right up to your chin.
I'd like to see if that could work. I've never worn anything where my tits have gone up to my chin.
Yeah, you've never had a corset on.
I'm not a very breasty woman. I don't really, like they.
Isn't that the point though? Isn't that the point that like that's what they did for those women that weren't very breasty, is that they'd forced them up into their chins to create this wonderful, magnificent bosom.
Yeah, they'd get rid of their ribs and they'd contort them so much so that they couldn't breathe, and they'd all die early of like lung problems.
Oh, but they look fucking great doing it though.
But they looked fantastic, and everyone just wanted to rest their heads on their lovely bosoms.
Dying for the cause, man.
I think I always just watched it and was like, wow, like they look so extravagant. So yeah, maybe one of them.
Wow, just go full Tudor. Was she a Tudor? Henry Tudor? He was a Tudor, wasn't he?
Yeah, but I'm thinking about it though. The more Tudors, the more I'm thinking about it, the more I'm cinched in and the more it gets pushed up. God, it's gonna really squeeze out the bottom, isn't it? Like it's gonna be like it's gonna be a bit of a mess down below, isn't it? My ass
everything's gonna get forced down.
Yeah. So like all my everything that's kind of spreads itself across my upper like torso is just gonna get pushed. I'm gonna have an ass that starts from the top of my
Why
back.
do you think they had the Yeah.
And
Why do you think they had such a massive like bow dress to cover all the mess that they caused down below?
To cover just how much, because like women are you got curves,
Ass at the top of your back. Easy
It's
to
gonna
to the
start.
toilet, isn't it?
What?
Easy to wipe when you go to the toilet.
Or not, depending
Yeah,
on
or
how
not.
flexible you are.
Yeah, who knows?
It would have been quite a nightmare to go to the toilet, and you would have had to shit in a hole. Like they didn't have toilets then, did they?
Oh yeah, but she was a queen, wasn't she? She'd have had some stool or something that she could sit on. She wouldn't be squatting over a hole. Not with a fabulous dress like that. Come
no,
on.
and she probably had people to lift the dress up.
Oh yeah, she'd have people to wipe, to lift, to
Yeah.
to do all the bits.
Are
that
you
she wanted to do.
excited about the fact that when we get really old, you're gonna be like the one to wipe my
It's
body?
not part of the deal.
Is it not?
Wipe your body.
Yeah.
It's not part of it.
What we're gonna do? What if like we're both really old?
First of all, I find it very rude that you didn't ask me what costume I'd want to wear.
Sorry.
Right.
Sorry, I
You're
just-
stealing me from my moment.
Is that the only reason you asked me? Is because you're like, I just really want to tell you.
Yeah. I really want to secretly that. No.
Yeah, tell me. Tell me.
It's a couple.
Okay.
I think it would be amazing. Right. So I think funny in my head. So I go comedy angle.
Of course.
Okay. And now like the one I've got in my head isn't the best one of these moments, but I'd like to pick one of these moments from a film because it's funny to recreate it.
Right.
But the moment in my head is that I'd like to be. This is the funny one. Remember, this is the funny angle. Okay.
Okay.
I
Good setup.
think I would choose the dress that Hermione wears when she comes down in Goblet of Fire.
Stunning.
And suddenly everyone realizes that she's a fox.
Stunning, Alfie.
Right.
I've always thought you were on the sly at
Yeah.
Hermione.
Absolutely.
Oh, you would look so beautiful in that dress.
I know, I'd look stunning. But like, I just think those moments, those great moments in films, right, where a woman, it's like you have them, where it's like, oh, she's the ugly girl.
Yeah.
And then they have this moment where everyone's like, she's fucking gorgeous.
Oh, no, she's actually
she's hot as
fuckable.
fuck. And it's like, yeah,
I
but we
know.
knew she was.
Yeah, of course we did.
We knew she was fuckable. Like every guy in the cinema was literally
Loved
just
her.
thinking about fucking her.
Right.
Right. And then, so what? She takes off glasses and lets her hair down. And all of a sudden, it's like, whoa.
Were you all thinking that though?
Yeah.
Even when she was in a gown and her hair, and like normal Hermione.
What do you mean?
I'm just interested. Like
Emma Watson's a beautiful woman.
no, I know that, but when she was Hermione before,
Nerdy Hermione. Or
Yeah.
standard Hermione.
like the all Hermione we think of when you say the name Hermione.
She was beautiful, yeah.
Like no, but was she like, oh my god? Were young boys like, oh my god?
Yeah,
I wonder
thought
what's
she was
under that
pretty hot.
cake.
Yeah, I think everyone did, yeah.
Wow, did not expect that. Boys are so gross.
What's a better moment like that in movies? I'm thinking there's one in Scooby-Doo. Remember when Velma?
Yeah, it's always the nerdy girl gets
Yeah.
turned into a princess.
Yeah.
Well, it's the story of all Disney princess films, isn't it? It's the opposite way around in Shrek. With
It is,
Fiona,
that's true. Yeah.
which is why
Different
Shrek is
transformation.
fantastic and the greatest film of all. Is
true.
because it goes from like she thinks she's ugly and disgusting,
Yeah.
but actually she's more beautiful
perfect.
and she's perfect.
Yeah, absolutely.
Still a story about her having to have a man and all that kind of thing, but
Yeah, but
side point. But like all those kind of classic femme,
Yeah.
princesses always have their moment where they're like, wow, I didn't expect. Cinderella was like a scrubby little maid.
She's still hot though.
She was hot. Yeah, she was
She's
always
still
hot.
What's but then the other one would be if I was going to a fancy dress party, so we can give you like legit outfit. I'd probably just go as the dude from thingy. What do you call it?
From
Why's the name disappeared? now?
Alfie.
What's
Come
it
on.
called? Oh, Big Lebowski.
Thank
dude
you.
from Big Lebowski.
God.
Or his enemy bowler from Big Lebowski, because he wears a tight little purple leather suit, doesn't he? That might be quite good.
I really like. Oh, we should watch The Big Lebowski.
I want
What
to
a
go as the
film.
dude to the next costume party we go to.
Okay.
Because it's the comfiest outfit you could go at.
yeah.
Shorts, big like Hawaiian style shirt, sunglasses, long hair,
Yeah.
cigarettes, beer,
Yeah.
carry a bag. It's great. It's
kind of
perfect. I just want it.
perfect.
I want it. Sandals. I want it.
Okay, we'll do that.
Yeah, good.
Maybe that could be your, never mind costume party. Maybe we could just make that your everyday look.
I'd love it.
We were both stressing this morning, weren't we, trying to get ready for work? And you were like, I just want something smart but comfortable.
Yeah, it's not. That's what I'm looking for.
And I totally agree. There aren't a lot of smart, comfortable options out there. And that's why I could be a grandma bringing out their very own smart, comfortable clothing
Smart,
line.
comfy wear. But, Bridge, speaking of movies, right?
Okay.
So I want to get this ball rolling.
Okay.
So, like, you started a theme or a segment in our podcast last week
Yeah.
called Gran Film Festival.
Yes.
In which you challenge us to write a film for a gran.
Insert Oscar style music.
Yeah.
Great.
Here. You want us to write a film for a gran.
Yes.
Ma. That's raced around a grandma.
Concept
That-
behind a film, yeah.
Exactly right. And it's my turn this week.
Okay.
And, like, just so the listeners know, I wrote this 5 minutes ago. Right.
No,
Yeah.
you
Yeah,
didn't.
yeah.
He's been spending all week on it.
So don't expect,
The best.
incredible writing.
Don't sell yourself short.
I'm lowering expectations.
Okay.
Okay. So just prepare. But everyone sit back, right? Pretend you're a big, expensive Hollywood producer and I've walked in trembling into your office looking for funding to make this film happen. all right?
Wearing the outfit that makes you look like the dude from The Big Lebowski.
Or the Hermione dress, whatever works, whatever sells more, all right? Whatever gives me more cash, baby.
Go for that
Hermione
sparkly dress.
Yeah. Okay.
Victor Cromwell. Anyway. Sorry.
All right. No, this is good because you're setting it up for my scene perfectly.
Okay. Oh,
Okay.
God.
So the film. Actually, I'm not gonna tell you the title. I'm gonna give you the title after.
Okay.
All right. So before you give any feedback, let me say the title. Okay. Interior. Hospital ward. Night. Got it?
Ominous.
A close-up on Winifred's eyes, forcing themselves to stay closed. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah? You got it?
Yeah.
It is humid. The sticky air lingers on the skin of Winifred's top lip, which quivers softly.
So she's got
Sticky air lingering on the top lip.
stickery lip, upper lip,
Yeah, lingers on a quivery soft lip.
and she's trying to keep her eyes closed. Okay.
The tin hum of the fire escape light unsettles the room. The soft boop of the heart monitor attached to her chest can be heard slowly increasing as her breathing increases.
Great.
Yeah,
just
thank
to
you,
clarify that. Yeah.
I did an MA in scriptwriting, thank you. and she gradually begins to open her eyes. They're fluttering gradually. Right? As Miriam's breathing...
Hang on a minute.
Yeah?
Isn't she called Winifred?
Sorry, as Winifred's breathing increases
It's Miriam.
rapidly, above the camera slowly pans from Winifred's head down her body.
Just to pause. How long have you been calling her Miriam throughout the rest of what you've written?
All the way. Literally call her Winifred in the first bit. No, but it is Winifred.
Stick to it.
Yeah,
Stick
yeah,
to it.
Yeah, right. Camera slowly pans from Winifred's head down to her body. We see her complete upper body in a cast from the neck down. Her arms, cast from her neck down her arms and stopping at her waist. Yeah? As we reach her waist,
Oh, God.
we see a ruffling
Stop.
under the plain hospital bed sheets.
Stop it.
Stop it. Close up of Winifred's eyes as they burst open wide. Her pupils dilate like spaceships trying to blast off from her skull. She holds her breath. 1, 2, 3, and exhales. She looks down to her waist.
Can
Winifred, shush, Winifred. I wish I could quit you. The sheets pull back quickly as Elsie pops up her head. What? That's the scene. And it's called Brokeback.
Oh.
Because she's got a broke back.
Yes. Yes.
But she's in a gay relationship. So the plot of the film...
It's really great.
So
Fantastic. $3 billion to this. What's the production company called? Senior Moments.
No, what it should be. It should be Increases Productions. Because I used the word increases a lot, didn't I?
You did. Everything's always
There's
increasing.
a lot of increasing going on in that scene.
But no decreasing.
No, absolutely not. Well, at the end, a little bit decreasing.
That's the plot.
Yeah. Or it could be called Creases Productions because old people have creases.
Yeah, or like wrinkles.
Wrinkles Productions.
Right.
Brokeback.
It's phenomenal.
Thank you. Yeah.
So
sorry, yeah.
No. Talk me through like your inspiration, how you came up with the idea. What you vision for the film.
So I thought about so the original plot was the original idea was that two women both break their backs or they break their leg and one breaks their back or something, and they end up in the same hospital ward, facing opposite each other in like casts, and they fall in love, but they're both married.
Oh, to men.
Yeah. And they fall in love, and this is the scene where they have their first encounter. You see.
So hang on.
But then I think what I might change is that Winifred has broken her back, and Elsie's in there for like cancer or something. Because I thought, how are they going to move and make love when they're both in casts?
Right.
And then I thought it'd be quite funny because you'd have like a pulley seat. I thought about it over and over again.
And I rewrote the whole thing. Yeah. Okay.
And then, but then I was like, it could be a funny scene where there's like pulleys, like pulling up their cat, like to get to each other. But I wanted it to be raw. I wanted it to be like raw. I wanted it to be raw
dogging it.
Yeah. So I thought maybe if one of them is terminally ill and the other one has a broken back, then they can express their love more freely.
Sure. Is this a comedy? What's the genre?
Was that script funny to you?
No.
I think it was pretty romantic.
No, it's like Atonement 2.
This time it's personal. Atonement 2. Yeah, no, it's obviously, of course, it's funny, isn't it? But Brokeback Mountain wasn't funny. It was a beautiful
but I
love
mean,
story.
the film, is it a comedy?
No.
Okay, is it?
I think it's a sincere romantic.
Is it a love story about aging and sex?
Yeah, so it's about two women that have suppressed their entire lives, their true feelings. It's not set modern day. This is set in the 60s or something.
Yes.
Right? Two women that have suppressed their love. And in the film, you'd see the backstory. You'd see them as children growing up and having friends that were girls and they were close and they'd peck them in a little alleyway and then the girl would like slap them or they'd run home and tell their parents and then the other girl would get bullied for ages and whatever. They've suppressed who they really are for years and years and years because they can't. They're ashamed and their society won't let them love who they want to love.
Yeah.
And then they meet in this hospital ward. And they fall in love. They're both married, but obviously their husbands are working. Well, not working because they're old, but their husbands are men in the 60s who don't really care about women.
Yeah.
And don't visit them very often. Or when out of the visiting hours, then, they grow their bond and fuck each other.
What I think is what is really beautiful about this film, Alfie, is that, a lot of, female love stories and women on women kind of tales across the years, they don't really, they try and convey that love and that relationship and that with
Sorry, I just really love the title Brokeback.
Well, this is what's interesting is that you quite clearly have started with that title and gone, okay, so how do I fit a grandma into a Brokeback? And now lesbian. Like your what you're describing in the film, I think what you're going for is quite a heartfelt tale of women who have been suppressed and they're finding this love in each other. What I find interesting is that you decided that the best way of showing that to the audience is just one of them going down on the other one while the other one's in a cast.
But how do you show affection otherwise?
I do think it might be problematic with the audience.
I think it'll sell. Are you right? So you're telling me that if someone didn't come to you by the water cooler on Monday and go, Bridge, have you seen Brokeback? And you go, what's Brokeback? And you go, it's the film where the grandma goes down on the other one. You go, no, but I'm booking a ticket right now.
What would be so funny is if like you had the whole film, like how you described it, you know, like all the scenes from there growing up, all these things, and then there's the scene of them like going down, Elsie going down on thingy,
On Winifred.
In the hospital. And then at the end of the film being like, that's why it was called Brokeback.
No, it's called Brokeback because she broke her back and she was in her hospital with a broken back.
Is that the first scene we're thinking?
No, definitely. No, that's deep into the film.
Right.
That scene's deep.
Right.
Oh, that's deep in the film.
Yeah.
That's not opening.
Right.
I'm just giving you a sample of the heat
I love
in the script.
The Flavor Flav.
Exactly. No, the opening scene will be her getting boned by her husband and just crying. Or like, you know, silently, just like you get a sense that she was miserable, right?
Sorry.
Just every scene has sex in it. Just letting you know that every scene has sex in it.
Is this what we have to expect from your film every week?
Every week.
Okay, so opening scene.
No.
A grandma's having sex.
Yeah. No, I thought I'd start smutty. First
Okay.
one smutty, because that's what people expect from me.
Yeah.
They expect me to be immature and smutty.
I don't think they do. I think they think you're classier.
Yeah. And that's why the rest of the film is classy. Right?
Yeah.
I was joking about every scene being sex in it.
I know.
But like, I was just giving you, because sex sells, babe. That's how you make money, right? If I
does.
go in and say, imagine an old woman walking down the street and she slips and breaks her back, they go, get out. Does someone lick her out when she falls over? Get out.
Yeah.
So you got to give them
it's in demand.
the flavour. You got to give them the heat. That's what they always say to me. Give me the heat.
Yeah.
Give me the heat. So
Yeah.
I gave them the heat.
A master's in script writing, everybody. A master's in script writing. This is the guy you need to learn from, okay?
I got a distinction.
Yeah. He knows
know,
his stuff.
yeah.
So if people are listening to this and they think, this sounds like a pile of shit, and I just don't think, I think it'll ever have legs.
Yeah. Blame my lecturers.
Well,
Blame them.
I think it's fantastic. I think
Yeah.
it's probably one of the best films that's gonna, you know, come about in the next couple
Literally.
of years. Yeah.
Yeah.
I want to know a little bit more about Elsie.
Did you not like my line of Elsie in that scene?
Well, you delivered it quite aggressively.
Yeah. What?
Yeah.
She can't hear. She's old.
Oh.
So
I
so
see.
Winifred saying, "I wish I could quit you," which is a famous line from Brokeback Mountain.
Of course.
Didn't
Didn't know. But I'm saying, of course. I
but
didn't
delivers
realise
it. You know, she's just felt for the first time. She's just orgasmed for the first time from a woman. You know, imagine that.
Yeah.
Imagine.
I know.
Imagine you've had sex your
One
entire
day,
life.
one day.
Hey, I've got big plans for you. I see a bright future. Right. Imagine, right, that you've had sex your entire life. Like, this is gonna be hard for you to imagine this, but you imagine
Sorry.
you've had sex for your entire life with a man
I'm
that you don't
picturing it.
love.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay, right. And he's never ever made you orgasm,
Yeah.
because this is Winifred's history, right?
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, you meet a woman, taboo in her day and age, right? A woman who knows absolutely all the buttons to hit, right? And you experience an orgasm, right? For the
Yes.
first time,
Right.
right? Crescendo of
Yeah.
just bodily and emotional feelings,
Oh my
right?
God, it's
And
so
then
gross.
I'm just
Stop
giving
it.
this is how I'm going to direct her
Can't
in the scene
listen.
when she delivers this line. And I go, so this is the story I'm telling her. So imagine you are Winifred, right?
It's hard to
and I
sit
go,
through.
right, bodily
Sorry.
and physical and emotional feelings have just poured out of you,
God,
right?
Stop.
And then you look down at this woman that you just absolutely besottedly are obsessively in love with now,
Okay.
but you know you can't have it,
Yeah.
and you say, I wish I could quit you. And then I go to Elsie, but you can't hear a fucking thing because your hearing aids are by your bed, right? What? What?
It's great. Where's she from?
I don't know.
Yeah, she's great. She's got a real nice ring to her.
Yeah. What?
Like, yeah, what? What?
Huh?
Isn't it funny that like I wouldn't expect a woman like who says what like that to be so tender in the bed? You don't, you know, like
Yeah.
you know, it's quite interesting that, you know, she's quite a tender and passionate lover, but you know,
Well, she gets frustrated when she can't hear things. You know, she gets
Sure.
frustrated that she wants to be involved.
Can
She
I-
wants to hear this nice things that thing he's saying.
Questions. So, what do we? You're right there.
Yeah, sorry, I absolutely played our theme tune.
It'd be perfect time to open the show.
Yeah, there you go.
See you next week, guys.
Yup.
Questions about Elsie.
Yeah.
So is she also old, or is she? Because I was imagining her maybe to be a young nurse.
Well, this is interesting because I did think about that. But I think it's nicer if they're both old. I think it has more poignancy. But I think maybe she's a bit young. I think maybe she's like late 50s rather than 70.
Well, what's really interesting about what we're talking about here is that I actually saw a trailer for a film.
No, they've not stolen Brokeback.
No, they've not stolen Brokeback. Don't worry.
Thank God for that.
Don't worry, Alfie. No one will ever come up with this idea because they're not clever enough.
No, exactly.
So don't worry.
Thank you.
It's
They don't.
safe.
Well, first of all, they're not clever enough, and second of all, they don't know women enough.
Yet they don't know what women want.
Exactly.
And you do.
Thank you.
They don't understand the senior lesbian scene as Alfie Mulroy does.
I absolutely do. Ask me anything.
There was a trailer that I saw the other day starring Emma Thompson. Have you seen it?
No, I haven't. No.
And I don't know the actor, but she must be in her late 50s, 60s now, Emma Thompson.
Oh yeah, easily, yeah.
And she is doing a film about how she's hiring an escort to have sex with, like, a very attractive young guy. And the trailer, it was one of those trailers that pretty much gave the whole film away.
Yeah, like every trailer.
Yeah, it was like, went on for minutes. It was just the whole thing. But it's basically her going, I've never enjoyed having sex in my life.
Wow.
And she's also, her character is like, I've never done anything with my life. I grew up, I got a job, I got married, I had kids. That's been it.
Yeah, I could be a story consultant on this script.
I think there's strong leg room for you to get involved. Yeah,
Anyway,
be a supervisor on the.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Oh,
well,
I'd supervise it.
To be honest, it's already been done, and it's already in the cinemas, and it's a lot better than what you just,
Well,
just told me. But that's not to say that there isn't still room.
I could supervise it on my own. Watch it. I could supervise the film on my own.
You could
a few times.
You could watch it and just supervise
it.
Supervise.
Yeah, I'll add my own credit at the end.
Yeah.
Supervise it. I've supervised loads of elder female films.
Yeah.
A lot.
Yeah, you do a lot of supervision.
Yeah.
Well, but it's interesting because the whole theme of this is
sexual freedom of
an old woman, and like, who knew that this was your lane?
Who's Elaine? She's my next star, baby.
You're gonna be a star, Elaine.
Elaine, you ever heard of a film called Brokeback? I made it, honey. The
best female lesbian film since Brokeback, starring you, Elaine.
You gotta give me something fresh, Alfie. You were so hot when you brought me Brokeback. Brokeback. This is my wife. This is you in 40 years. Brokeback was 40 years ago, honey. Think of a better film. This is after we've blown up with Brokeback, and then I'm failing because I'm just thinking of shit films.
And we're both American.
Yeah,
and
that's
like
what money
Jewish.
does to you.
Somehow Jewish.
Right. Oh, you say my accent?
Yeah, it was kind of like that New York.
Yeah. Yeah.
Why are you still going on about Brokeback, honey? Let it go. Let it go. Let's sit down and make us some matzo ball soup.
What?
Sit down.
What?
You got your hearing aid, Alfie. For God's sake, sit down.
You're sounding more and more like Elsie every day. What? What?
Oh, brilliant.
I gotta write. I gotta write something new.
I wish I could break your back.
Picture it. 2 women. 70 plus. Yeah. 85. They go fishing.
Oh.
Yeah.
Hang on a second.
And you go, you've got something here, honey. They go fishing. One of them falls off the boat and breaks her back.
Why does she always have to break her back?
Brokeback 2.
Okay,
All
let's
right,
stop.
Yeah, sorry.
Stop.
Sorry.
Shush.
Okay.
I got too excited.
Well,
Well, here we go.
I think there's a future in it.
Do you?
Yeah.
Let's put money on
it.
it.
How much would you pay me to write that full film now?
£2 top.
2. If I genuinely said, Bridge, I can deliver you a 90-page, 3-act structured script called Brokeback about this plot. Genuinely.
Animated, yeah.
Whatever.
I think it'd be funny if it was animated.
Yeah, we could, yeah.
Make it even stranger.
Like an anime version of it. Actually, one of the grandmas is a squid.
I love that you went anime squid. Like,
you haven't watched anime then, clearly, have you?
have you watched anime?
I've not watched it,
Have
as in
you-
like enjoyed it. I've seen it.
Have you ever been that guy?
Absolutely not. I find it so strange that like you can find.
And we're not fetish shaming
Oh,
here.
absolutely not. This is me personally. It doesn't do anything to me. Animation, crazy porn doesn't do it for me. Give me
Yeah.
the old grandmas. Either.
If she's above the age of 60, you are not interested.
Absolutely.
No.
Anyway.
Well,
yeah.
there we go. That's a great film. Thank you very much for
You're welcome.
sharing.
Thanks
Really
for
appreciate
listening.
it.
I hope you watch it one day.
Well, to keep the old theme going, I think it's probably the time for a Werther's Weekly.
Oh yeah. Biddy bip biddy bip
Do,
do.
do, 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 do.
What's the weekly news?
Do you want a mint?
How close are they?
Ugh, like far away.
No, I'll do it. I'll be all right.
Okay. So, I also wonder how long our audiences are going to catch up to the fact that, like, we just, to find things to say, we'll go on Lad Bible.
Is this a Lad Bible story?
I feel like, Lad Bible are doing a really good job recently. Of
They
just, like,
spam
posting
it.
some really great... What do you mean they spam
They
it?
spam the internet, don't they? Every story they have is a story.
Do you remember when it was, like... Is that their
It
tagline?
is, yeah. Every story has to be a story.
Lad Bible. There's there was a time, wasn't there, when Lad Bible were like recruiting for every position under the sun,
Yeah.
and like everyone was like, I've got an audition, I've got an interview for Lad Bible.
An audition for Lad Bible.
yeah.
You go in there like, yeah, mate.
Yeah.
My name's Bridget. I'm a lad. You'd fit right
Art
in at Lad
thou
Bible.
man?
What?
I was trying to tie in a Bible reference with a bloke reference, so I said, "Art thou man?"
Oh, man. That's funny, Bridge.
Thank you very much. That's funny, Bridge.
That's our new segment. Next on That's Funny, Bridge.
You know what? Maybe what we should do is, I had a bit of chocolate on my arm. Wow. Have you noticed that freckle?
That's the next name of our segment. Another segment. You're bashing out the segments today.
I know. Wow. Who knew? I was just I'm a woman made of segments.
That's Funny, Bridge. Have you noticed that freckle?
Have you though?
That could be a name of a film.
What?
That could be a name of one of our Hollywood films.
What?
Grandma films. Have you noticed that freckle? Cancer.
Oh God.
Meets a woman in the hospital.
Scissoring.
That's
Next shot. Someone's going down on an old lady.
yeah.
Maybe you're just an advocate for senior
Cunnilingus.
sexuality, Alf, and we didn't know that this was your calling.
Maybe I should be an elder sex therapist.
How
Like in Meet the Fockers.
how uncomfortable would it make you, kind of doing that job?
What am I doing and how hands-on is it?
Not hands-on at all.
I'm
You
not
don't-
interested.
No, like how, you really need to keep your hands away, but your opinions need to be
I'd
out
talk
there
about it for sure.
and talk them through it.
Maybe once.
What?
Maybe like I give them one session and the rest is up to them. But they can come and talk to me for advice.
Right.
Not that
okay.
I know anything about sex.
I know. Yeah.
But old people, I can fool them, can't I?
Yeah, maybe.
Well, what I would be interested in asking, and I know we're moving on to our Werther's Weekly, but we just
sorry.
keep getting sucked back in
I know.
to the world of Brokeback. This is what he does.
Yeah.
This is what he does.
It's great.
is I'd love to know how many people in the world over the age of 70, females, that have had an orgasm.
Right now?
No, that have had one in their
Right.
life.
Yeah.
Right, because different generation.
Yeah.
It wasn't like our day, where I'm giving them out left, right, and centre.
Yeah.
Like women, it wasn't really a thing. For women.
Yeah.
Was it or was it?
I don't know.
Yeah, that's why I want to know.
Probably doubt it.
Yeah.
I feel like female sexuality is in fact, I shouldn't say female sexuality. That's quite like exclusive. I feel like people haven't been able to kind of, I don't want to get into it. I don't know enough about this. I'm not the person to comment on it.
But would you think that it would be? Would you think that it would be shockingly high amount of people that haven't had an orgasm, or would you think it'd be same as today?
Oh no, I think vast majority won't have done.
No.
Or, they're probably like, yeah, we have, just no one did it for us.
Yeah.
Solo
granny.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, maybe we could put a survey out there, see what we get back.
Yeah, all the over 70s listeners, let us know.
There's probably been a lot of research into that, which is why there's so much focus right now on like young women and men being honest about those things with their partners.
Yeah.
And like, because, now it's kind of like shameful, isn't it, to kind of not
do your
bit in the bedroom.
Exactly,
Why? How have you got me talking about this? I'm so uncomfortable right now.
Why?
I don't like talking about old people having orgasms.
Yeah, but
I didn't feel like I'd ever have to come out and say that.
You and me are gonna be old one day, and at least one of us is gonna be having orgasms. Guaranteed.
Oh, dusty old cot.
Yeah. Maybe I'm right in your future. Maybe you're gonna broke back me.
I'm gonna break your heart.
Yeah.
No, I don't think you've got anything to worry about.
No, but
you do a fine job.
I don't understand. I don't understand why you're uncomfortable about it.
I just don't like talking. I don't know. Maybe I'm a prude. Maybe I'm not in the mood.
Are you rapping
Maybe
right
I need
now?
food.
All right, well, let's move swiftly on.
Yeah, great. Thank
Love
you. Just talking about old people having sex, just, I didn't realise how uncomfortable it makes me.
Do you want to skip the old man story, or do you want to keep it in?
Well, it's quite sweet. No, I just feel like if you talk about...
I won't sexualise it.
Okay, please don't.
I promise.
It's too much. So this guy, he's turned 100 years old.
Yeah.
And he has been working. The Guinness World Book of Records celebrated him because he's worked for the same company for 85 years.
85 years.
Yeah, and I saw the story and I just
My
thought it was
God.
really sweet. And I thought, wow, what an interesting yet terribly dull life
Yeah.
that we are all celebrating. But then, why shouldn't we celebrate that?
I'm guessing, right, and I haven't read the news story.
Mm-hmm.
I've heard it at the water cooler. I'm guessing that he voluntarily chose to work there, which means I'm guessing he was happy in his job.
Yeah,
Which is, who the hell are we to pass judgment on?
exactly.
What did he do?
He worked in he started in as like an assistant.
Yeah.
It was like a textiles kind of company.
Yeah.
And then when he was 15, because his family needed money,
Right.
this is in Brazil.
Okay.
And then he kind of worked his way up the ranks, heading to a sales manager, and
Yes.
stayed as sales manager until recently.
Didn't want to shoot for the stars and go for director or, head of department, head of sales. Didn't fancy head of sales.
Well, maybe by the
sales
time he was
manager.
sales manager, he was like in his 50s, and they were like, he's been here since he was 15.
He's going in 10.
Yeah, maybe he. Yeah.
Give him 10 more years.
Yeah, and then that God, he's still
So,
here.
Yeah, he's fucking outlasting. He must have outlasted 3 sales directors.
Yeah.
Like realistically,
He's probably outlasted everybody there.
of course he has.
Yeah, wow, isn't that mad to think?
He's balmy.
Do you ever have that thing when you work somewhere and then someone new starts and you're like,
And you kick them. You bully them until they quit.
and you break their back and send them to hospital?
Yeah, a few times.
No, when you're like, let me show you the ropes, kid.
Jesus Christ.
Oh, you're kind of like, I've been here a long time. I'm like, this is.
I know this shit.
Yeah, I know what I'm doing.
Yeah.
And then, he must have had, that's his whole career is just him being like that with other people. Do you reckon?
Show you the ropes, kid.
Sit down. What?
I'd love to, like, because when he retired this year, so like, how old was he? 87.
No, I don't know. He's not retired. I think he's still there, isn't he? He's
Fucking
He's over 100 years
No,
old.
Jesus. Right. I
Yeah.
would love to sit in on his like annual appraisal.
Yeah.
And we go, so Pedro, what's he called?
I can't remember his name. Sorry.
We'll go with Pedro. So Pedro, how do you think you've done this year? What? Obviously.
Yeah.
Easy joke.
What? Yeah.
How's it gone this year?
Mm.
Oh, pretty good. And then they go, and they ask him a question like, what goals do you have over the next 12 months? I'd like to increase my quarterly sales figures a little bit.
You sound perfectly like you're going into more Homer's dad region, and I'm here for it.
Oh yeah, Abe Simpson.
Yeah. Maybe he's like, well, maybe this year I'd like to make it to the toilet in time.
Yeah, we actually have to speak about your toilet breaks because you are granted 15-minute breaks twice a day, but it takes you 35, doesn't it? And it's eating into your productivity. So maybe we could work on that.
Well, I'll give it my best shot. Okay, can I go now?
Speaking of best shots, it'd be really good if you could actually hit the toilet.
Yeah.
Because we're cleaning a lot as well. So it's costing us more. The cleaners are coming in more often after you.
Okay, dear. He calls everyone dear. Yeah.
Have you seen my grandson? He's 54.
My great grandson is coming to work today. He's 30.
Yeah,
Sorry.
it's me, great granddad. I'm doing your appraisal.
Oh God.
Because they surely have to still do those HR things. The business must have changed so much.
What age do you think they just went? Just keep him on the books. Just let him do what he needs, and he just comes in, potters about, and goes home.
Probably 60.
Probably. I think he probably got to that age, and they were like, "Oh, let's just leave him to it."
But then that's still 60. That's still like 40 years ago.
Why hasn't he retired?
I know,
They
that's
should be
great.
ashamed of themselves that 100-year-old man, all he's done is work there.
Yeah.
I want to know more details. I want to know how many days a week he works. I want to know his commute. Do you think he's still commuting and getting up in the morning?
Yeah, who's getting him to work?
Oh my God, I want to retire in the next 10 years.
I know. But maybe that's the secret to a long life, is to be a slave to the man.
They say,
And bust you nut, trying to make some cash.
they do say as soon as you retire, that's, you just slowly start to die.
Yeah.
There's our over
Oh.
65 audience.
Yeah. Oh, great. What else would be funny? Like Christmas party. Like, what are things in like an office
Oh, great.
that like must be mental for 100-year-old man to be a part of?
Friday night drinks, he just has a little sherry and he gets absolutely hammered.
I tell you what, I said I wasn't going to sexualize it,
Oh, for God's sake.
but I reckon it's changed so much. Like in the heyday of the sales
Oh,
business,
yeah.
I've worked in sales, right? I know the shit that goes on
Yeah.
in sales companies, right? I reckon in the heyday, in Italy as well, was it South America as well? Oh my God, the sexism must have been rife. He must have been slapping asses left, right, and centre. I bet he still does now. And they go, Pedro, we've talked about this. It's 2022. You can't do that anymore.
Yeah.
Looking good, honey.
Yeah. Yes, what do you think? And he's like, no, he's just doesn't listen to women at all. He's just like, okay, you're in a lovely manager position now, but soon you'll have kids and get fat. What? I don't know. Yeah, but maybe he loves it. Maybe he loves the attention from the younger girls
I
because they're
reckon
like,
he gets that.
hi, hey, puppy.
Yeah. Oh, Pedro, you're so cute.
Yeah, you're so cute. And he's like, yeah, loving it.
Come visit anytime.
Do you think at the staff party he, gets off with girls and stuff like that?
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah.
I can't
Or play,
imagine him...
does karaoke.
Oh, yeah. What does he sing? The fuck Jesus, like Mozart's
hymn.
fifth. Yeah. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
There's someone's just like fucking...
Just doing lines.
Yeah by Usher, and then he gets up next. Sings for the Ave Maria.
Just those lines of Rennie.
What?
Lines of Rennie.
What is that?
Rennie. It's like a heartburn tablet. You okay?
That's funny, Bridge.
Thank you. Ba-da-ba.
Lines of Ready. I thought you were talking. I thought that was a hymn I'd never heard of.
It does sound like a hymn, yeah.
Mr. DJ, I'm gonna do Lines of Ready. Can you get Lines of Ready played up for me?
Someone get me an accordion. It's your classic Lines of Rennie. No.
Lines of Rennie is fucking hilarious.
Maybe that's the...
Lines of Rennie, that's so good.
Thank you. Stop overkilling it.
Oh,
Stop.
Lines of Rennie, I just love it.
Oh, thanks.
Yeah, because then I thought it's either a him or you said he's getting lines off Rennie.
Rennie's a great name.
It is, isn't it?
Is it a name?
Could be.
Let's make
call
it a
our
name.
kid Rennie.
Rennie, yeah, I like it. Yeah.
Lines of Rennie. Lines of Rennie. What is it? Is it a heartburn?
Yeah,
thing?
Rennie is a heartburn.
Yeah, you got
tablet.
joke of the episode right there.
Oh, thank you. Thanks so
Nailed it.
much.
Yeah, so much must have changed for that old guy. I'd love to hear him on a sales call.
It'd be so. Yeah. Okay.
Who are you being?
I'll be a customer.
Okay.
Okay. Bling 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 bling.
You got to answer it.
Hello. Well, hi, are you calling me?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Hello.
Hello. Hey, it's Pedro from... What's the company he works for?
I don't know, just put like Fabrics Are Us.
Fabrics Are Us.
Oh, okay. Hi. What do you want?
I'm calling to see if you need any fabric. High quality. Can't get any better in all of South America. Do you need fabric?
I don't think I need any.
What's your name?
It's Bridget.
Bridget. I have a granddaughter called Judy.
Oh, that's a nice name.
How old are you, Bridget?
I'm 27.
You sound 21.
Oh, thank you. That's a real nice compliment. Sorry, where are you calling from again?
Fabrics Are Us.
And how old are you, if you mind me asking?
I'm 104 years old.
And you still work at Fabric Arrow?
I do, sweetie.
Sorry, you can't call me sweetie. I find this wildly inappropriate.
Don't be a tight bitch. Bridget.
Excuse me?
Talk to me. Talk to me, Bridget. What do you need?
I don't...
What do I need to do?
I need you to get off the phone.
Close this sale now.
I don't want to buy
When
fabric.
I was born in 1898, my father came to Brazil on a donkey.
Wow. Okay.
And he told me, he said, son, to make it in this world, you have to sell fabric.
Okay.
And then I met my wife. Are you married, Bridget?
Yeah.
Ha ha ha, great. So anyway, I'd love to tell you about my wife. My wife, she makes beautiful cakes. I'd like to eat a lot of cake.
Sorry, Pedro.
But I shouldn't eat a lot of cake because I'm old now and my doctor says my cholesterol's too high.
Pedro.
But anyway,
Pedro,
enough about
stop
my wife.
talking.
I'd like to talk to you about
I've really
my
gotta
granddaughter
go.
as well.
I'm sorry.
Sail.
Sail.
Sail. Take something.
Right,
a
Pedro,
scarf
I
or
can't-
something.
I can't talk right now.
4 scarves. I'll sign you up to 4 boxes of scarves.
I really need to
Thank
leave.
you for calling Fabric Scarves.
No, I don't want a scarf.
I've got 4 boxes on the way. Thank you
God.
for
Oh
calling
my
Fabric
God.
Scarves.
Don't call me
That'll
again.
be 800
Who
pesos.
are you?
Goodbye. Thank you.
Please leave me alone.
I love you.
I
And
love
that's how he does it.
Wow, Sale. He just forces them into
I
it.
think he talks for a long time
Yeah.
about boring details, keeps them on the phone, and they just have to. They go, okay, I'll buy something
Yeah,
if
what
you
was,
hang up.
what was weird is that I was kind of like, yeah, I could go for a scarf right now.
Oh.
I did think, yeah, maybe that could be me.
Yeah, it was a bit unfair because I have sales experience, so
Right,
I was
yeah.
using a lot of the special
Techniques.
tactics and techniques that salesmen
Yeah,
use.
yeah. It's textbook stuff, really.
I
It's very convincing.
Thank you. I applaud the man for staying in a job for 80 years in sales. I wanted to blow my brains out after 3 years in sales.
Yeah.
So hats off to you, Pedro.
Hats off. Nice, soft, fabricy hats off to you.
Does he actually work for a fabric company?
Yeah, let me bring it up. I sent you the thing. Hang on.
Sorry, I didn't pull it up.
It's okay.
Didn't prepare.
Be forgiven. So okay, hang on, just because
Lines of Rennie.
I've just come up. I've just come up. Just seen something on my phone.
Oh,
and
I
I just
know,
feel
yeah.
like we need to get to this.
Yeah, we will.
Yeah. So congratulations. I feel like he should maybe go into the granny of the year.
Oh,
You know, like, I feel like he should be the first in
he
the pot.
absolutely qualifies. doesn't
He's
he?
he's really great.
What's his name? Because I've been calling him Pedro all episode. And for the least we can do is say his actual
Yeah,
name.
it's probably very disrespectful and a little bit racist.
Why is it racist?
I think like just saying a guy who's from like Brazil and then you calling him Pedro is like not ideal.
Well, I couldn't think of a more appropriate Latin name. If he is called
If he's
Pedro,
called
it's
Pedro, oh my
amazing.
God, please, I really hope he's not.
Imagine if he's called Rennie.
Oh my God, what? Okay. He's called Walter.
Oh,
That is he's 100 years old.
that's mad.
Guinness World Book of, while we're just quickly on it, I feel like we should do an episode of Guinness World Book of Records because that was the
It's
best.
Guinness Book of World Records.
What did I say?
You said Guinness World
Right.
Book of Records.
Guinness World Book of Records. Yeah.
It's Guinness Book of World Records.
Okay. Agree to disagree. But when I remember.
That's the pound shop version. The Guinness Record Book of Worlds.
Just one.
Yeah. The Earth, it wins every year.
Done. It's won. It's a great.
Fucking hell.
Why?
We're deliriously hungry.
Yeah, what's going on? It's got that Friday feeling, y'all.
Yeah, baby.
I remember when we had like library day or library session in secondary school.
Yeah.
Everyone would always go for the Guinness Book of World Records, wouldn't they?
They would.
All the Mr.
You'd be
all the
scrambling.
Mr. Ripley's book.
Yeah,
like,
there'd be tears over those books.
yeah, and I used to love reading about people that just had loads of fingers.
Yeah, really long fingernails. I always looked at long fingernails. I always flipped to that page like, yeah, there they are, curly.
Look, have you seen it? Have you seen it? Mate, Tom, come here. Have you seen the one with really long fingernails?
They're 2 meters long.
I know. And then you'd read that bit always stuck with me when it said like, they're so long that veins started to grow through them, so you couldn't cut them off because they've just got veins in them.
My God, I don't remember that bit.
Yeah, and that always terrified me.
Ugh.
Why do you think I'm always clipping my nails?
Yeah, why do you think I'm always biting mine?
I don't know, to really annoy me.
Exactly.
Anyway,
Right, let's wrap up.
we're
the
doing a show, so let's wrap up on something exciting.
Let's wrap up on something extraordinary.
I'm so excited to share this with everyone. If you
Right.
don't watch the show, which I don't think a lot of people do, because we're like serial YouTubers and watch a lot of podcasts these days, but please go onto YouTube.
Oh
for
my
this,
God.
So you can watch this.
If there's ever a reason to watch an episode
If I
of
Could
I
Be
Could Be
Your
Grandma,
Grandma, this is it.
This is the one.
Alfie, take the lead.
So, last episode or 2 episodes ago, we were mentioning my haircut. I got a haircut.
Yeah.
And I was talking about it. And, I'm a bit conscious because I am receding a lot. There's got a strong widow's peak going on. And my brother listened and watched that episode. And for most of you who don't know my brother, he is very much losing his hair. And I think he's in a bit of both denial and acceptance to it. I think he's aware that it's going, but he won't openly admit it. Anyway, he calls me up after this episode. He goes, I listened to your episode, and I think it'd be really funny if I showed you my hair routine thing.
Love this.
Right.
Just to say, Arthur, I really applaud you for coming out with this routine.
Yeah.
Because I feel like it's a real sensitive subject for a lot of guys. This pattern baldness and losing your hair. It's a real big deal.
Yeah.
I've been losing a lot of hair recently. And not to the extent that you guys do, but it can be really,
it's
sensitive,
traumatic, and shameful and disgusting,
and gross.
And definitely makes you uglier and less fuckable.
Stop.
Not you, him.
Yeah. And I just think it's really great that he's, wanting to bear his baldness with our listeners.
Yeah. Absolutely, and I love him very much, and he knows I love him very much, and this is for entertainment's sake, for God's sake. Anyway, so I remember I was speaking to him a couple of years ago now that he's been doing this, and he told me
this technique.
He said, I've discovered something that's changed my hair life.
Yeah.
Right. And I said to him, what is it? And he says, it's this powder that you can buy, that you buy in like the shade of your hair color, so like brown or blonde or black, whatever. And what it does, it's like some bullshit magnetic fucking, I don't know what it is they sell it as, but basically it's like powder follicles that like, kind of like how mascara works.
Okay.
So like how mascara will attach to hair
like
and then
the
attach to the rest of the follicle, so it can extend the length of your thingy.
Yeah.
So it's a bit like that. And you put this powder on your head, and it basically fills in the gaps of where you're losing your hair.
Okay, so it gets rid of the look of thinning.
Exactly.
It kind of makes it look a bit more full.
Tick.
Okay.
Yeah, it goes to tick.
To the close eye, or like if you went close up, we'd be like, "Wow, that's hair."
I think it's pretty convincing.
Okay.
Well, I'll let you be the judge for yourself. So, so we've got a before photo here. There's my brother,
Arthur Mulroy.
There he is.
Wow, you know what? I'm assuming this is like wet.
So this is post bath.
Post bath, right?
Yeah,
so it's wet, which means when it's wet, it looks thinner anyway
Yeah.
because it all kind of gathers together.
Yeah.
So he's probably showing the extreme version of what it looks like when he gets out. Oh,
Definitely.
so he's a bath man.
I think the house he lived in, it had a bath in it.
Right,
You know,
nice,
I don't think it
yeah.
had a shower,
But yeah, certainly thinning on the top.
well, you could, listeners, if you haven't decided to go to YouTube, the image is basically, there's a good amount of hair on the sides.
Yeah.
But the top is well, it's non-existent really, isn't it? It's like a pre-teened boy's crotch is how I describe it.
Yeah.
It's growing, but it's not all the way there.
Yeah.
Anyway,
it's quite mesmerizing to look at, really.
Yeah.
Wow, that little crop at the top it's quite beautiful, really.
it is actually, isn't it?
Yeah, it's
like
very. I like looking at it.
It's perfectly straight.
Yeah,
too.
it is. It's really nice, and I like how his like tufts kind of come off to the side.
Yeah.
It's great. It's really great.
Definitely.
He's giving me George Costanza vibes.
Yeah, but I think more sex offendery. More like can't be seen in the playground kind of vibes.
Yeah.
Anyway, I do love him.
More like you've seen him on Omegle vibes.
Right.
Okay.
So prepare yourselves, ladies and gentlemen, for the after photo. So this is what happens. He has his bath. He has a little wash. And then he's going out on town and he puts his hair powder, his magic hair powder in and transforms into this.
Whoa!
Absolute Madness.
It's incredible.
It's a full head of healthy hair.
It's insane.
It's so balmy, isn't it?
It's so full.
It is so full.
It just, I mean, what a transition. It's fantastic. They should put this up on their website.
Well, Bridge, you know this story, don't you?
What?
You know what happened with these photos?
No.
Yeah. So I said to her, actually, because he sent me these photos. He sent me these like a year ago, maybe 2 years ago. And I said to him, basically, the phone call I had with him years ago when he told me this, I said, bullshit, mate. What are you talking about, powder?
Yeah.
Of course it doesn't work. This is ridiculous. It's mental. I bet it looks awful. He sent me those photos and my reaction was, Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
It like, actually looks legit. It looks like a head of hair. And I said to him, you need to send that to the product and be like...
Even they would receive that like, Jesus, it actually works.
Yeah, fucking hell. Sold it to this dumb bastard and I thought I was going to do nothing. But...
Guys, that talcum powder that we put like loads of dye in it, just keep selling that. Like,
Yeah.
it actually works.
Yeah, exactly. I said, you need to tell their marketing team.
They're on it. Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
just be like, hey, love your products. Big time fan, long time user, first time writer.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah,
love
first
it.
time powderer.
Yeah. Like, it's amazing. And just see what they say.
You know the old fashioned like image of a woman who used to go powder her nose in the bathroom?
Yeah.
Do you think now the modern version is just balding men just kind of in the bathroom, just powdering their heads?
Absolutely.
Did it go? Did they?
So he contacted them.
Okay.
And I think they had like a competition or something. They contacted them and
To win like a lifetime supply.
to win a lot of it, yeah. And I think he came like second or something.
No, he's been robbed.
I know, that's what I said.
Should we get them as a sponsor for the podcast?
I know. Well, again, we should reach out.
I'm seriously not kidding.
Yeah.
We need to contact them and be like, okay, we have, above 10 listeners every week.
Yeah.
Please sponsor us. Maybe we could get you some to see what it would do.
I don't know what it would do to my.
I don't think you really need it, to be honest.
Yeah, I think if I had shorter hair, maybe, but.
Yeah.
But anyway, so he emailed them these
Yeah.
photos. They included them in their newsletter, and then I think they sent him like a load of the powder for free.
Well done, Arthur.
Yeah. And it's not cheap stuff either.
Is it not?
No.
I mean, by the look of it,
Yeah.
no. I mean, it's done the job.
Does the job.
That's the perfect before and after picture of products I want to see.
I literally said, I said to him,
my
I said,
God.
mate, you are literally a marketer's dream.
I know.
With those before and afters.
I know.
It's so perfect.
Yeah,
Look at
literally.
it. Look, boom. Look at that. You think there's a man who's never going to have sex again.
But also,
and then bang.
But also,
There's a man who the only way he'll have sex is forcibly, and then bang. There's a man who will only ever feel the pleasure of his own hand again, and bang.
There's a man who can't get a.
Yeah, I've no sex to can't get enough of it.
Yeah.
No ladies to all the ladies.
Wow.
Madness, isn't it?
Yeah, it's really great. Arthur, amazing work. Well done. I also want.
He's also, hats off to him, framed these photos perfectly.
Yeah, he has.
So for the fast switch, it just bang. Look at
he's
that.
nailed it.
Absolutely love it.
I also do want to see the same picture though in the bathroom lighting, because I feel like maybe the dark lighting has done him some.
It may have done some favors, but I honestly think that it's kind of it doesn't make that much difference. Like, I've seen him in person. It's convincing.
We talk about this. We've talked about this before, but like, you don't have any problems. What are you gonna do when it goes? Shave it all off?
Yeah, I'll just shave it.
Yeah. Because you look good in a hat. That's the thing.
I look good in the hat. I look all right shaved. I don't hate it, but I just thought whilst I have something here,
No, you've
I might as well use it. But once it goes, I'm happy to let go. I trust that one day you'll just say it's time,
Yeah.
and we'll shave.
Yeah, I know.
What about you? What are you gonna do?
Well, this is it. My hair's really thinning, but one day I'm going to go really grey. I often think about this with with old women. They do that grey hair crop tight curl situation.
Yeah.
I just wonder what it'll look like for my generation to have old women hair. Like, will we just kind of
I think it'll be longer.
make it really, because I feel like now it's getting more popular to get it just very short and go kind of like pixie cut
For old women.
grey, yeah, old women. But I don't think I could ever see myself
I think
making
you'd
my
look
hair
great
really
with
short.
long silvery hair.
I do too.
I think you look all right, silver fox. I'm
Yeah.
for it.
Yeah, with loads of beads around my neck and
Yeah.
like a nice wrinkly chest.
Yeah, absolutely.
I can't wait to get old.
Mm. Well, don't wish,
Yeah,
wish your life away.
I'm not bothered about it at all.
No.
I'm quite embracing.
No, you're an absolutely stunning, beautiful woman. I think you'll age beautifully.
Do you think you'll go grey before you go bald, or do you think you'll go bald before you go grey?
It's a good question. It's a good question. I think probably I'll go bald before I go grey.
I don't know. I think you'll go bald before you go grey. I don't think you're going grey at all.
No, I've got grey in my beard, but that's it. I quite like it though.
I've started to go grey.
You haven't.
I have. Yeah, I've got a couple of silver hairs in my head. It's like a little
thank
crop. It's like oh no, she no,
she's brown.
Ginger for life.
Oh, she is brown. She's very fiery.
Anyway, thank you, Arthur, for sharing.
Yes, thank you, Arch. I really appreciate it. Love you very much.
Maybe should we do like a competition if people want to like Photoshop other hairstyles onto his head and see what he would look like with like long hair, with like Dave Grohl kind of rock hair, and then a little bit of like a ginger fro.
Yeah.
Or maybe like really tight curls and then blonde.
I've got loads of styles we can get him. Yeah, Princess Leia.
Yes.
We'll Photoshop
maybe we could give him some of those like girl, when girls do like the buns on either side, like Baby Spice kind of thing.
Maybe we call him up every week with a new style and say, what do you think of this one? Do you think you'd like this one?
Yeah.
Should we get you a wig that looks like this?
Yeah. Or maybe we send him a wig and he has to wear it and then call us on the podcast and we talk him through kind of how he feels wearing it.
The funny thing that I didn't mention about this powder, which is a downside, is that if it rains, you're fucked.
Right.
Not only does it ruin your hair, but it streams over your face. So you look like a Rudy
Giuliani.
Rudy
Giuliani's situation.
You go from a what would you class Archie? Not like a
working man?
No, you what's his style? It's not like they don't call them chavs anymore because he ain't a chav, but like you go from a young modern man to a balding goth.
Yes.
In the rain.
Not the look he started with when he left the house.
No. Yeah.
Well, it's a good job he lives in the north of England then, because that situation must never occur. Like, what does he do when it rains?
Yeah, well, he doesn't go outside, does he?
So we need to just say,
famously never leaves the house.
He's a man who's never left. He's never seen the sky.
That's the thing I always say about brother. You'll never see him outside. He's always in a building, and you'll never know how he gets there, but he's in there. You'll never see him leave.
Lives in the drains.
He's like a vampire that scuttles around the sewage. Yeah.
That's
Love
right.
him.
It's not vampires. Vampires lives in caves, isn't it? Not in the daytime. Anyway.
That's our brother.
Use promo code Grandma Hair at checkout when you head to the man powder. What's it called? Man powder.
I don't actually know what it's called, but Manpowder is a great name.
Yeah, to get 10% off.
Yeah, manpowder.com/grandma for 10% off.
Yeah.
And get a free wig when you buy more.
Would you do it on your pubes if you started to like bald down there?
Nah, because no
one cares about that, do they?
Yeah, you like it soft down there. you don't want a full head of
people would love to go bald down there, wouldn't they? That'd be the dream. You wouldn't have to bother doing any of the scaping anymore.
The maintenance time would be great. It'd be so much quicker.
I know.
Yeah.
But then it'd be gross because then you'd be like putting powder on your genitals, and then like you just have powder everywhere.
Yeah, it rains a lot down there as well.
Your head isn't like touching anything normally, but like you've got pants and
lots of friction.
Yeah, so you just have to, if you're gonna do it, guys, if you're gonna do it down there, just make sure you don't wear anything at all, and then it won't come off. No. That's my advice.
And I think that's excellent advice to finish on.
Thank you.
Right. Should we go?
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. Thanks for a great episode.
Yeah, thank you very much.
As always, get us on socials. I could be Grandma on Facebook. I could be /Grandma on Instagram. Subscribe. I could be grandma.com. Love you very much.
Love you too.
See you next week.
Bye.
to the Grand